Welcome back to more Collect All Pets. Today we're going over metallics. Now, we're going to kind of be talking about how to possibly get your first metallic if you can't get your first metallic. We're also going to be talking about possibly getting numerous metallics, how to get more metallics after that. So let's go ahead and start off by really talking about getting that first metallic. So in that stage of the game, where you're really left most of the time is your rebirth room is basically you're just finishing it up. You're kind of just wondering how much rebirth stones you should be putting into your metallic luck. Um, well, that's not the only factor, obviously. Um, in metallics, the generation speed here also has a great effect on it as well. So that's why we're kind of talking about this, is because at that point of the game, you're kind of working on the double calcification luck and the generation speed, and you're kind of wondering where you should go because most of the time, well, I remember when I first started, um, I was wanting to max this out before I really pumped too much into this, and at the same time, I didn't spend any money on metallic luck. But I promise you guys, metallic luck is definitely worth it. At least in my mind, the first 10 upgrades. So that's where I would definitely start if you're trying to get your metallics. At least put 10 upgrades into this pedestal right here. If you can afford more, that's better. I mean, if you can get up to like 15 max. Um, Obviously, like I said, the best strategy is to go for double calcification or the calcification luck first because you obviously make more rebirth stones and then you can grind them out faster. But at the same time, you could be, getting your metallics going, which is not a bad thing at all because they give you a great amount of damage, which gives you a great amount of money. So, with that being said, before you necessarily need to max this out, I would put your generation speed because this is the other half of it. So we figured out the pedestal. So 10 to 15 upgrades up to over there, and then you want to get this up to probably 1.5. That's what I would say, about 1.5 pets per second. If you can only get it up to 1 pet per second, that's fine. We'll kind of go over the numbers and how long it will take you if you end up doing it that way. Because there is, I guess, necessarily another factor. Obviously, is your own hatch speed, which is this right here. If you definitely want to get this to 500%, because then that enables you to hatch eggs manually at 1 egg per second. So when I'm hatching these eggs right here, they're coming out about 1 per second. I think I did the timing, and I'm pretty sure it's 1 pet per second. So you can basically add that number to your generation pets per second. So let's go ahead and flip over to my calculator real quick. I don't want to make it too confusing, so let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. All right, guys. So I switched over. So what we're looking at here, I've got a million here, which is representing what your odds are at 10 upgrades, 1 in a million chance of a metallic. I think that's what you have. Let me go ahead and check to see what I think I'm a 33,000 chance um, of a metallic, which you can just check under your stats right here. Um, yeah, 1 in 33,991 chance. So that number represents the chance. So I went ahead and divided it by the amount of pets you get per second. So try to bear with me here. Sorry, I know a lot of people don't like math, but so we got this number 400,000. Um, which basically converts over to seconds, 400,000 seconds. So now we have 400,000 seconds. That's like basically your time that it's going to take you to basically possibly get one metallic. So let's go ahead and divide that by 60. That'll give us how many minutes? So we're at 6,666 minutes. Let's divide that by 60. Now we're at hours. So that went pretty fast. So 1100 or 111 hours, excuse me. And let's go ahead and divide that by how many days? So we're at 4.6 days for one metallic. Now, when I say that, I'm definitely talking about if you were in the game every second for 4.5 days, you're hatching 2.5 pets per second, which is kind of confusing. Is like what's a half pet? Basically, it just takes 2 seconds to hatch that third pet. It's freaking weird, but um, anyways, so we have that. That's at the 10 upgrades at 1.5 second, 1.5 pets per second. So that's your odds for there. 4.5 days doesn't seem that bad, but at the same time, odds are never guaranteed. Probability is never guaranteed. So what should we probably do next? Um, should we put more into um, our generation speed? Should we just run with that and possibly get one? Because at that rate, 4.5 days, I mean, you probably should get one within like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, most likely. So for our first metallic, maybe that's not a bad start. So let's go ahead and go back to the calculator. Let's work down our odds a little bit further. So let's say you put like 15 upgrades. I don't know what your odds are going to be at 15 upgrades, honestly, but let's just say it worked down to 750,000 chance. So let's go ahead and divide that by how many pets we can do per second. That's 300,000. Or 2 minutes, 500,000. Or sorry, 5,000. Then we're at 83 hours. See, now this is looking more doable already. So let's divide that by 24. Okay, so 3.47 days. So yeah, unless you have like a dedicated server just running the game, then you most likely are gonna struggle unless, at least to get numerous ones to but definitely I think that might be a good start if you guys are trying to get your first metallics or first couple metallics. But yeah, other than that, I would probably work it up to that point and then max out my calcification luck. That way I can go ahead and just put my mythic stones wherever I want at that point, because I'm already making double every single mythic stone I get. So that's where I would start. I mean, if you want to work this up to two pets per second, I don't know how expensive that was for me. We could look at the math for that. So 2 seconds plus your hatch speed, which is 3 seconds. So now we worked it down to 15 upgrades. Let's see, divided by 3 now, because we can hatch 1 per second ourselves, and then our generation speed will be 2 seconds. So that's now that, divided by 60. I'm already getting confused, but it's okay. So that's minutes. Let's go to hours, and then now to days. 2.89 days. So, yeah, there you go, guys. So that's what you really want to be working on. It's a good way to, you know what? Actually, now I think of it, with the laboratory being in the game, I don't know how easy it is for you guys to access like this metallic extraction right here. I don't know what stage of the game you guys like, because obviously the lab wasn't here when I was grinding out my generation speed back in the day. Because like honestly, guys, it takes forever just to max out those upgrades. Um, but definitely the lab might be able to help you if you can get up to here. What's wrong, Benji? But another spot too, I guess you can also work on these upgrades back here, which is good. This will definitely help your chance. So if you can work down that chance, that's the better idea too. While you, if you don't have to, work on or use your mythic stones to spend money on getting more chance. So Definitely plug those into here early on if you can, because that'll help you out getting those metallics if you're trying to get more metallics than just one and start building up those titaniums. So hope you guys like this video. I think I'm gonna just do like a quick speed run. I'm gonna run over here. Speaking of which, I didn't have this on the whole time, I don't think. Run over here, and spend a crap ton of resources. So let's buy those. I know I shouldn't be, but you know, we're gonna do it anyways, because I know I'll get more. So we're gonna do something kind of crazy. We'll do a little speed run and spend $100 trillion real quick on mining Das Egg, but I also want to put on that build first. Let's see. Yeah, because right now I have like a egg luck build going here. Is that how I have it? Yeah. What's this one? All right. Yeah, this one's this one's also a little bit egg luck, but this is also my strike chance. I have also wanted to stupid. Okay. All right. Anyway, so let's go and activate this. Start mining. Yeah, 100 billion per swing, people. Let's go ahead and run a little speed run of this.